Hey there, I'm Lalita from Let's Speak English. Welcome to my channel. Notice that I said welcome to my channel? Well, not welcome for my channel. So you're probably here for learning English, right? To learn English, right? Now, those little words to and for, they are so tiny, but when they are used as prepositions in English sentences, grammar can get quite confusing, can't it? Well, I'm sure that you have been confused by these words at some point. So in this lesson, I'm going to go over them in a little detail so that you can feel more confident using them while you write as well as while you speak in English. So here's what I'm going to do in this lesson. I'm going to talk about the uses of to, and I'm going to talk about the uses of for. And then I'm going to talk about the times when you could use either to or for. Before I get started, I would like you to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, Let's Speak English. So, when should you use the preposition to? You could use to when there's some kind of movement from one place to another. Now keep in mind, this doesn't only relate to physical movements or action, it could also relate to other types of movements, like, for example, we use to when there's some kind of transfer happening or something is being moved from one place to another, maybe a destination. Something is being moved to somewhere or something, right? For example, do you usually take the bus to work? So there is a movement, of course, in the direction to work. The destination is work. Now I'm going to give you a few more examples and I want you to pay attention to the destination or the direction being described in each. So if you're feeling sick, you should talk to the doctor. Can you quickly run to the shop? They invited us to their party. So if you're talking about distances, you should also use to, since distance is the length or the time from one place to another, to a destination. For example, it's only 2 kilometers from my office to my house. So that's how you use it. The next usage. We also use to when we are talking about time and the amount of time between 2 points in time. Of course, we use it when we are telling the time as well, right? For example, it's 5:45 or it's 5 minutes to 8. So when we are talking about one point in time to another point in time, we can also use to. For example, the clinic is open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. or I study French Monday to Thursday every week from this time to that time. So this is a period from this time to that time. That is the direction. That is the movement. Moving on. Now, if there are 2 things and you like one of those things a little more than the other, you prefer it, right? You prefer one thing to the other. For example, I prefer English to math. He prefers walking to riding his bike. Do you prefer coffee to tea? Well, I'm a coffee person. I prefer coffee. What about you now? I want you to tell me about some of your preferences in the comments below. So make sure you're comparing 2 things and that you're using the preposition to. Now we can also use to talk about the point where something finishes or ends. It is the limit that you can't go past. For example, during the floods, the water came to my knees or up to my knees. Another example, the flight could cost us $5,000 each. So those are the uses of to. I would like you to summarize your learnings in the comments below just as a revision exercise. Moving on, let's check out what for is used now. So we talk about benefits using for. The positive effects or results of something, when we talk about such things, we use for. For example, one of the benefits of eating ginger is that it helps your immune system. So, ginger is great for your immune system, right? Exercising is good for your health. Now, that's a benefit. We also use for to talk about time. We use it when we are doing something over a period of time. So when something has happened for a number of hours or days, weeks, months, years, well, you get the idea, right? We do something for a duration or for a period of time. For example, I have been living in this city for 5 years now. For how long have you been studying engineering? I have been waiting for you for 20 minutes already. Where are you? Wait a second. Notice how all those examples are using the perfect tense. For is often used when talking about time in this way. Well, if you do something to help someone out or do something nice, then you're doing something for them. For example, I baked a banana cake for my family. I need to collect the tickets for my parents. Can you collect the parcel for me? You will see from these examples that this is a really important one to know so that you can ask someone for a favor. Moving on, what's the purpose of a glass tumbler? What's its function? What is it used for? Well, it's used for drinking and filling up with water. Remember that we use for when we are talking about a function or a use. We use the form for plus verb plus ing. For example, what is it used for? What is the glass used for? It's used for drinking, or another example, it's used for driving. Moving on, the yeast is an ingredient for baking bread. The camera is used for taking pictures underwater. So you can use both to and for to talk about a reason or motive. So that is to talk about why someone is doing something or for what reason they are doing it. In that case, they are not interchangeable. You can't use either one in the same way. But luckily for you, there are some simple rules to remember. For example, use to when the motive or the reason is a verb, and use for when the motive or the reason is a noun. Make sure you write that down. It's a super tip. Let's check it out with an example. So, why is he studying English? He is studying English to apply for a job. Now, apply is a verb, so we use to. He is studying English for work. Now, work here is noun, so we use for. With that, I come to the end of this video. Please do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, Let's Speak English.